All right, 912, Big 550, KTRS. Talk a little about that Rams story with David Hunt a little bit later on. But there's a big game going on Sunday. And lots of people talk about the commercials and lots of people talk about the game. But the technology side of it, I don't know if you know this, but technology is moving at a rapid pace. And there's all new technology that's coming. So we wanted to spend a couple minutes because they do like to talk about this during Super Bowl week, and there's nobody better in terms of technology to talk about with TV and sound and everything else than our friend David Young, who owns the Sound Room. Good morning, David Young.
Good morning.
You've owned the Sound Room for how long?
It's been 30 years.
30 years. You started off as selling transistor radios?
Pretty, gramophones, Well, we've seen a lot of changes.
Holy mackerel, we have seen changes. I was in the store a couple weeks ago, and you were showing me the 4K TV. Now, before we talk about the 4K TV, if you have a 4K TV Sunday, are you going to watch the game in 4K?
It won't be broadcast in 4K because broadcast is not happening yet in 4K, but what it will do is it will upconvert the current broadcast so it looks better on your 4K TV.
So if one has a 4K TV and one has a high-def television, the 4K TV will look how much better than the HD TV?
It will look probably 20 to 30% better. It's not native 4K, but it will improve it. So 4K, for everybody's understanding, is 4 times the resolution of standard high definition.
Right.
There's 4 times as many pixels, and that means that you can either get a larger screen or sit closer or both and not see how the picture's made up.
I thought HD was the best. How did they make it better?
When HD first came out, I used to say this is like looking right out of your window. Now that 4K's here, it's like, all right, take the window away. It's that much better, and you can really walk right up to it and you can see the difference.
So whether you have cable, satellite, over the TV, the 4K picture will be better, even though it's not broadcasting in 4K.
Correct. And now they're starting to stream 4K content. Netflix is starting to stream it. Sony has a little, like a set-top box that will be loaded with 4K movies. Samsung, Panasonic, LG, all the big TV manufacturers will have 4K content.
Okay, so Netflix, if you have a 4K TV and I have my Netflix account, does it just automatically will take the 4K feed?
Yeah, you go to do a channel and it automatically knows if your TV is 4K or not, and it will just it'll upconvert, or it will actually display the 4K content.
You told me, and this is really what if somebody wants to blow your mind, you think going forward it's all going to be some type of Wi-Fi, Netflix, internet, because it's easier to broadcast 4K wirelessly than to rewire everything.
Well, it's easier. First of all, with the broadcast industry, it took a while for everybody just to transition to digital and HD, and that's a big deal. But it's very easy to stream your content in the new 4K content. It's pretty much everybody has access to internet. All the televisions are smart TVs, so you can get all of your content being streamed, and it's just natural that 4K is the way to stream that.
What is this? This might be a crazy question. What am I watching when I watch something on my phone? Is that HD? Is that 4K? Is that 2K? Y2K? What is that?
It depends on your phone. The resolution of your phone. There's different resolutions on your phone, but it wouldn't be the high resolution. Where you really see the difference is when the picture gets bigger. So projectors, for instance, if you have a home theater and you have 150-inch screen, you're really going to see the difference in the higher resolution. On a phone, you really can't because it's so small.
Small, interesting.
Right.
All right. David Young with us, the Sound Room, talking about technology as the World Series comes. You told me that you're selling more 4K televisions than HD TVs.
That's right. In December, which is the first month, we actually outsold the HD TVs with 4K. That was the first month we did, and we sold a lot. And as I said, more and more of the companies are getting on board, and they're all producing.
Right.
Some call it ultra high definition. 4K, it's the same thing.
It's because the price of the 4K TV is coming down, so it's more of a Well, more people can't afford it. Simply.
Right. Yeah, it's still a premium.
Right.
It should be. It's a better product, but it's less of a premium than it was when it first came out, which was early last year.
Yeah. And is it 3D? And where are we with 3D? Is that taking off? It seems like it sort of sputtered a little bit.
Yeah, 3D really never caught on that big. Some people didn't want to put the glasses on, which you needed to wear, and it didn't really work for everybody. So you needed special content, etc. This is totally different. This is everybody can see it. You don't have to use special glasses. I say it almost looks 3D without the glasses when you look at it.
It's really scary sharp. And so if you're watching Netflix today and they're streaming 4K today, and I have a 4K TV, I mean, you'll watch it and you'll get mesmerized by how sharp it is.
Exactly. Yeah. It's kind of like the experience when HD first came out.
Right.
Only just more so.
Yeah, it's really remarkable. Now, in terms of the refresh rate or the pixelation as the ball goes through the air or the player goes running through the field, how does 4K deal with that?
That's up to the native refresh rate of the television. So their plasma TVs have a refresh rate. LED TVs have a different refresh rate, and there's even differences among there. Typically, the higher the number, the better.
Right.
If you're watching sports, you want something that scans at a 240 hertz.
So the 4K and the so if you get a 4K TV and you have a 240 refresh rate, you're not going to see that pixelation.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Correct.
I was also surprised last time you were on, and I saw it when I was in the shop. People are buying turntables.
Yes, they are. We're going back 30 years when we first started, and there's a whole new generation of people that are picking up turntables and experiencing music on vinyl. There's also new record stores and new pressings, and when groups come out with a new recording, a lot of them are coming out with the digital recording as well as the vinyl version.
And do you have to buy a needle too with it, I guess? Right.
Yeah, well, you have to have it's called a stylus when it's it's over $10.
Okay.
So, but typically the turntables that we sell come complete,
right,
with everything you need, and all you have to do is buy the vinyl, and it is really, it's fun to see. It's an experience. It's totally different than a download. Loved the artwork. They loved it, just the experience.
It's the album too. It's the whole album idea. Instead of buying one song, you buy the album and you listen to the whole album. It's a story.
Right, you do. The new vinyl that's being sold, it's actually a much higher quality than it used to be. So you don't have all of the ticks and pops and things that you used to have.
Right. David Young, is it true that you can sell me a remote that will take care of literally all of my other remotes?
Absolutely. The whole, everything that you buy, every component comes with its own remote, which means that, pretty soon you have a whole coffee table full of remotes and nobody knows which one to pick up,
right,
and which one to turn on. And what we do is we have a programmable remote, one that is actually programmed with a computer by a technician, and he combines all the functions into one. And what they'll do is they'll do macros. So, for instance, if you want to play a DVD, for instance, typically you'd have to turn on the television, select the input, turn on your receiver, select that input, turn on the DVD, hit play, go through the menu, hit play. There's about 8 or 9 steps just to watch a movie.
Right.
With our remote, professionally programmed, it's a one button. You hit the one button, and the remote sends out all of the codes so that it does everything the way it's supposed to.
You're telling me this even does it for Apple TV, so I don't even need my Apple TV remote.
Right. Yeah, Apple TV, any kind of device,
right,
it will do it for. And it's a smart remote, so it knows even the sequence of how to turn things on.
That's really the 21st century, isn't it?
Well, we call it, you hire a babysitter to go out for 3 hours, and you spend the first half hour teaching her how to turn on the television. That saves you a lot of money.
Yeah, honey, she can't turn the TV on. We have to go back home.
Right.
All right, David Young with us, the Sound Room right there on Chesterfield. Chesterfield, right off the Chesterfield Parkway.
Right off, we're on Clarkson Road, 1661 Clarkson, just about a mile south of 40.
Right. And right behind the McDonald's over there. There's a Commerce Bank over there. There's a McDonald's right in that.
Trader Joe's right in that shopping center.
And you've been there how long?
We've been there 30 years.
30 years, going strong. It's a testament to you and to your customer service and the great quality you do. I mean, you do everything from home theaters to just regular TVs and surround sound and everything else.
We do. It's all technology for your home.
Yeah. Do you have a prediction for the game on Sunday?
I have 2 kids that live in Denver, so I think.
So you're gonna take Seattle.
Yeah, right.
David Young, the Sound Room. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
You got it. 9:22 here, Big 550.